I think it's time to put them in their place. I'ma have to set them straight. You don't know me, you don't know where I'm from, or what I had to do to get this plate. Hey, let me paint a picture.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Coach. I am your coach, and this is my coffee. So I hope you're all having a great morning. It is a beautiful day out. It is Saturday, May 2nd. Hope everybody is doing well and safe out there. We are very anxious to get our lives back, I am sure. Yesterday was my first Fortnite Friday. It went very well. I had a blast. Thank you to all the players who signed up. I had a lot of fun, and maybe we can do it again sometime. That would be a blast. I was a little rusty. Got a few second places. Didn't really win anything, but again, shout out to all the players who joined. It was a lot of fun, and maybe we can do it again. Today, I want to be a bit more on topic, and I want to talk about what you can do as a coach during this time at home. You know, I believe it's a very tough time right now, especially for somebody in my career, to be able to still stay in contact, stay in touch, keep things fresh, relevant for your teams, for your players. You know, I know like a lot of teachers are going through the same thing, and they're doing their best with the whole virtual trainings and virtual schools and all that. So I just wanted to go through a couple of things that I myself think is very important to do as a coach, and maybe you guys, whoever's watching, any coaches or, you know, any moms or dads who can get anything out of these few tips that I have would be great. So here goes, without further ado. First thing I think is really important as a coach is to stay connected and in contact with your team. Right now, everybody's been doing the virtual trainings and virtual meetings, and I think that's important. I think, you know, once a week, once every other week at least, staying in contact with your team is very important. They need to see your coach. You know, it's make them still remember they're part of the team. Staying in touch with them, you know, whether it be via the virtual sessions, a chat, email, whatever it may be. I think it's very important to stay in touch with your teams regardless. Next thing I think is important is you can prepare for a meeting before you come back, whenever that may be. Get back to the mentality that your team and your parents used to be at before this all started. I think kicking it off once you go back with a very good, important, structured meeting is a good idea. You know, so I've been prepping for that myself for whenever we go back. So I think that's a good thing too. Prepping for a meeting is something that should be important on your list. So set some expectations for when you go back, you know, or set expectations now. You know, expect your players to train at home and stay fit and busy and get touches on the ball. Set those expectations all the time. I think that's very important. I'm always setting expectations for my players, my teams, goals for the season. So what better time to do that but now? Go through all your equipment, wash everything, restock everything, see what you have, organize all your equipment. I know I am very bad at organizing my stuff. I do it so much. I coach 7 days a week, so sometimes my equipment just gets thrown in there, and I lose track of certain things. And right now is a great time to wash all your equipment, wipe everything down, soccer bags, pennies, cones. What better time to do that than now? Another important thing is that first aid kit. You know, restock that first aid kit. That's something that we should always be doing, probably on a monthly basis as coaches. Get that first aid kit stocked. Session planning is another thing. You can never do enough session planning. Right now, I've been putting some stuff together, so when I do return, I'm a little more prepared of what I want to start working on. Session planning is a big thing. Too many coaches probably go through their sessions and don't really prepare enough for it. And then after it, they leave thinking, was it good enough? Did I get the point across? Did they learn anything? Session planning. And that follows up in reflection as well. I used to reflect quite a bit after all my sessions. On the drive home or whatever it may be, I would reflect and think if maybe I could have done something differently, changed a few things around. Did they get the point across? Did the topic really get sunk into their heads? Did it go through enough where next week they understand what I did the week prior, you know? So those things always go through my mind. So reflection's a big thing, you know? Not just on the practice session. Reflect on the whole season. Right now, sitting at home, get a piece of paper, write some things down, and reflect on what you did your past winter season before this all started. Things that you want to change when you get back. Writing notes and reflecting on you yourself as a coach is very important. It's something I've learned recently to do, and I think it's been very helpful. Education. We as coaches constantly try to teach the players, hey, learn this, learn that, right? But who are we to say, get better at something, but we're not going to do it ourselves? A bunch of free courses online right now that you can go do. There's like free goalkeeping stuff right now. Educate yourself. You know, it's the youth. You got to educate yourself. You got to learn how to coach before you just start doing it. Those are some things that I've been doing to kind of keep myself sharp and fresh as a coach as well too. During these times, we want those kids to stay sharp and work on their touches, and I think it's important for us to do the same. Maybe you've been doing these. Maybe you've been doing more. I'd love to hear if you've been doing something different. It'd be cool to see in the comments below, or send me a message of some tips and some things that you've been doing that maybe I could help myself and help my teams doing. So that'd be great. Collaborating as coaches is very important. So those are some cool things that I do while I'm home and try to keep myself still involved with the soccer life while we're stuck through this quarantine. I hope that helped anybody who's listening. And again, you know, let me know if there's anything that you do that may be different that could help me out, you know, that you'd like to add to it. Leave it in the comments below. Send me a message. It'd be great to hear from you. Also, my jersey contest is still going on. That'll be going on for another week. I believe up until May 10th. So make sure you send in your jerseys. I already got a couple of them. One was really, really, really good that I shared on the social media. If you haven't gone to see that, please go do that. Make sure you follow us on all social media. And remember, if you're having a bad morning, just finish your coffee. Thank you.